Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. And I
So I got
apologize.
some birch.
I apologize
Oh.
for my last video to everybody.
Were there a lot of comments? Were they angry?
No, actually, there was not a single comment. And I was super surprised because it was just like, it was the choppiest thing I've ever seen. And I don't know how nobody commented on it because it makes me wonder if all my other videos have been really that bad. And I just never even.
And everyone's just used to it now.
Yeah, and everybody's like, it's just the way Jeff records. So I'm trying a whole new recording, I can't say a whole new recording setup. It's just a bunch of, I switched over to, a GPU codec and a different bit rate, and I've done a lot of testing on some things, and it seems to be okay in test recordings I've done, but you never know. Who knows, So
you wanted to try birch fences?
So we wanted to try birch fences to get that contrast different. God, that doesn't look any better either, does it?
No. I think it looks good.
Somebody suggested scaffolding.
Where?
Right where the fences are, I believe. They're actually going to send me a picture of what they were talking about, which makes me feel like it might be a little bit more complex than that. But they said it looks amazingly good. It's not bad. I don't know. What's your thought?
I don't like it.
Okay. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't wow
look
me.
Amazingly good.
Yeah, it does not look amazingly good. But it does look better than I thought it was going to look. Because one thing I don't like about the fences is it does that whole double connection in the middle, and it really blocks out the glowstone. I don't like that at all, though. That looks stupid.
No.
I like how I can climb it, though. Hey,
that's the other thing about this.
Look at me. I'm up here. Ah!
That's the other thing about this. So one left click and it's all gone. So it's kind of a scary block to build with when you can just left click it once on accident and destroy it.
And everything's just I don't know.
I personally like the dark oak fence myself.
So I think that it looks okay. It just is. It's so much darkness.
Yeah, I don't want the light to bleed through too much, though, I guess. I don't know.
I wish there was a way to make sometimes the fences not be connected to the blocks next to them. Because, if you did this one's connected to the blocks, but this one's just a straight fence, this one's connected to the blocks, this was just a straight fence, I think that would look good.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I wonder how it would look if we...
Every other?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Wonder if it would be cool.
Nah. Nah.
I kind of like it, but I think I like just the dark oak by itself better.
Yeah, I agree. I like the dark oak by itself better. I mean, I think if that's what we choose to go with, then that's what we choose to go with.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I wonder what.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one. You wonder what? Oops.
I was just wondering what this block looked like. The birch, stripped birch.
I was wondering if we get the whole wall actually built out. How is it going to look? And then what kind of wood was that again?
That's dark oak.
It's dark oak and then stripped with a shovel, axe. I don't know how you do that stripping thing.
an axe.
So gotta ask you this, as a single dude who's gone on dates. Thinking of this not as your age now, not looking at your age when you were 18, 17, 16 dating. I'm not talking about the young people who are watching this and dating. I'm talking about grown ass adults like you and I.
Okay.
And I'm asking it because remember my friend about the wedding who asked the guy to the wedding and he said yes, and then she realized she didn't have a date, wasn't allowed to bring a date.
Yeah.
So she got that worked out, and she's allowed to bring a date. And she laughed hysterically when I told her how it was, discussed on this video because she never thought that stories that she was telling me.
Oh no! Did you cross a line?
No. She thought it was kind of funny. But then she brought up something else that I said I have to talk about this on a video because I have to get an opinion of people because she thinks I'm So basically, she and this guy have this crazy back and forth. It's almost like
Is this the guy that like he stays at the house sometimes? Is this that person?
but he doesn't stay at the house. Like
Oh, they go on a date, but they haven't like slept together, right?
correct. Like, and that's the thing. It's like it's a high school relationship. Like she really likes him, can't really figure out what it is with him. He's like all flirty with her, and then it's like he gets like shy and leaves. Or then she like, you know, she says no to him when he invites her to spend the night, but then the next day she's like, I tried to get him to stay the night and he won't stay with me either. Like it's just this like back and forth that like nothing ever seems to happen. And so did I put this on the wrong block? Oh my god, I did. I put this whole thing on the wrong block.
What? Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because I counted 6 over, and then I used that as the middle, but that was supposed to be the edge of the first piece of wood.
Well.
So I got to move this thing over. So apparently, kind of like last weekend or the weekend before or whatnot, they had gone out with a bunch of people, and they were getting... Oh, I'm out of X. Out of X! They were getting like really flirty with each other, and then he went back to her place after they left the bar, and then she was like really trying to get him to stay the night, and at like 3:30 in the morning he was like, oh no, peace, I gotta go home. But it was just like the two of them, and she was like, I don't know what to make of this anymore. Like he's just...
Why doesn't she just fucking ask him?
Well, and that's where it gets into that high schoolish, like, you know, side of it. Like there's all this oh, I like him, and I don't know, I don't want to ruin anything, and it's like you're, you know, fucking 36 years old, step it up, you know. It's not, you're not 18 anymore, you know. But ignoring that piece of it, she's asking me like all about trying to like figure out what, and I said, you know what, I said, I don't even know anymore, like what's the deal with this guy. I don't know if he's just really shy, if he's not interested, maybe he's gay and doesn't want to tell you that, you know, he's gay.
Maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience and he doesn't want to make the first move.
Could be that as well. So we talked about all these different things, and I was like, so did anything happen at all? I was like, you said that you were trying to get him to stay and he didn't stay, but like, was there anything? And she's like, well, yeah, like we were kissing inside the house for a while, and then when he left, I walked him out to his car and he started making out with me again, and then he got in his car and left. And I'm like, okay, this is really confusing. And I made a joke about like afterwards about something stupid like and childlike about his tongue being down her throat, and she goes, no, there was no tongue involved. And I immediately stopped, and I was like, what do you mean that there was like no tongue involved? And I said, as a grown person who's no longer like, you know, in high school, I don't know if I romantically am kissing anybody if you don't go... Have you ever gone in for a kiss on a chick since you've been in your like 30s where you were just like, here's a peck? I'm going in for my first kiss. It's a peck.
So, yeah.
Really?
So, well, I have...
See, and this is the thing, is I told her I had to talk about this because she told me this is normal. And I said, absolutely not. I said, but let me ask my audience.
I think all of my first kisses are just... There is no tongue involved in my first kiss with anyone I've dated since I've been single.
I just don't even...
I don't even kiss feel... is when the tongue comes out.
I don't even feel like a peck kiss is like showing romance.
Huh. I mean... I guess to each their own. The person that I just recently started dating is opposed to tongue at all. Ever. Forever and ever.
I mean, okay. So I will admit I've met people like that before, and I will say maybe they have a pass if they're completely against tongue for some one reason or another.
Well, so, but that's the thing for me is I feel like you can't start with the tongue. I mean, you don't start with the dick. So
that's slightly different in my opinion.
It is slightly different.
The starting with the tongue is because you're starting at that like earlier base.
But I also feel like the first time you have sex, it's probably not going to be anal. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's like an order.
I very much feel that these are two completely separate type of things.
I don't know. Okay, I mean maybe they're not the best analogies, but I guess what I'm trying to say is whenever you're learning someone else's body for the first time in a new relationship, I feel like there's like, you know, an order to it. And maybe I take things a little bit slower paced than some because I have been accused of that as well. But I also dated someone to kind of go off on a different tangent here about the kissing thing and to bring it right back to that. There was someone that I dated after the divorce that her idea of kissing was awful. She, in fact, we were just talking about this person a minute ago. We won't name any names, but at least you'll know who I'm talking about. Remember the person whose name we couldn't remember?
Yeah, sure. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what this awfulness is.
Her idea of kissing was that you hold your lips together for like a minute. They don't part. They don't do anything. You just hold your faces together.
And what would you rather be doing if there's no tongue involved? That is my question, because that is what I picture when somebody describes to me that they're making out with somebody as...
Well, no. If you're making out, okay, no. If you use the words making out, then you're kissing passionately in a way that the tongue's probably doing something. So yeah, I don't know what she meant when she said making out. I will admit to agree with you there. Were they just pet kissing over and over again? Maybe?
I don't know. And
I mean, so I kind of made out with a person that I'm talking about that's not interested in tongue, and there were times where our tongues like kind of touched, but it was like there was like a lot of. I mean, the kissing wasn't just like peck on the cheek or peck on the lips or whatever. It was definitely what I would consider making out, but it wasn't like the whole like tongues twisting making out. It was more like biting each other's lips and that sort of thing, like moving around and like kissing on your ear and sucking on your earlobe and then coming back to the mouth, that sort of thing. Does that make sense?
Sure. I'm still, God, I
think this is different for literally everyone, because the person that wanted to hold lips together literally said to me, I'm gonna have to teach you how to kiss. Apparently you've never kissed anyone before. And I wanted so fucking bad. You don't know how much I had to bite my lip to be like,
not hers though.
No, like, you crazy ass bitch, you think holding fucking mouths together, just lips pressed together for an undetermined amount of time is the correct way to kiss? But I didn't say anything. I just kept it to myself.
So and that's like where, if I was on a date with somebody or romantically trying to connect with somebody, and I was single and I went in for a kiss and I was rejected because tongue was involved and it was like, tongue basically forced back out and it was just lips there, that would be me going, okay, I can take a hint. You're not interested. Like, literally, that's the only thing that would be going through my mind.
So for you, the first kiss always involves tongue?
In my adult life, I'm pretty sure, yes.
Huh. I don't think I've ever...
Because, here's the deal. Like, I've had many friends that I've kissed on the lips before. That means nothing.
Huh. I've never done that either, though. Yeah, I've never kissed... No, I've never kissed anyone on the lips.
I almost feel like if you can do it with your mom, it's not romantic.
I've never kissed my mom on the lips. I think that's really weird.
I've kissed my mother on the lips many times. Not in my adult life, I will admit. But I still know a lot of people who kiss their parents.
Well, see, there's a whole like group of people that make a whole bunch of controversy about that. There was that football guy that kissed his son on the lips, and everyone lost their damn mind.
Yeah, but people are like, they take shit too. I mean, there's times when things can go too far, and if I remember that controversy correctly, there was nothing like inappropriate about it.
No, there wasn't. They were just kissing. That's been their family. They kiss on the lips, and that's what they do. Yeah. But to me, that's weird. I mean, but you know what? I don't think you're like molesting your son because you kissed him on the lips, unless then you are, and then you are. But I
couldn't
don't think
tell
he
you
was, for sure.
I couldn't tell you the last time I kissed my father on the lips. I was probably like 3. God,
I don't think I ever kissed my dad on the lips, and I don't think I've ever kissed my mom on the lips. That just seems so weird and gross to me.
My son kisses me
on the lips.
Yeah, occasionally.
I think that's weird. I mean, whatever works. I'm not judging. It's just, to me, it would be weird. I wouldn't want that. I'm not into that.
Wait, blocks maintain their breakability state for a while now?
Yeah, yeah, you can keep jumping and like break shit. I noticed that too.
What the hell? That's
Right?
weird. Wait, then it just like reverted back.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's supposed to. I think that's like a
A
server
glitch?
client glitch thing. Yeah.
That was really
Um.
weird.
So yeah, I don't know.
So
I think
in your
everyone is
opinion
different.
though, you think going in for a romantic first kiss, and I'm talking first kiss because I think when people get comfortable with each other, I kiss my wife on the lips as a peck as I'm leaving to work. Bye, have a good day, I love you. That's not me
Right.
being romantic. That's me being like just your
Well,
standard.
that's still expressing your love
Sure,
for
sure, it's
her.
expressing love. It's just not necessarily being. I'm talking about the. I'm
I
like
mean, when do you go in for the first kiss? Are you
it's
typically
it's
first date, first kiss?
It's varied every day. I remember a girl was it's amazing. The only girl I actually met online that I started dating through Plenty of Fish back in years ago. She was upset with me after the first date because she didn't think I was interested because I didn't go in for the kiss. But I always was trying to be, a gentleman and not trying to rush things, especially after we just went out and met for drinks. And we ended up staying there for like hours. And that's why she was like, we had such a good night. I thought you weren't interested at all. And I was really sad. And then like we, had plans for the next day. And then we had sex the next day. So it was kind of crazy. Like she was, she was a little bit more forthcoming as well, though. Like she was more of a,
Right.
first date. I'm sleeping with most of my dates if I'm interested. So, to each their own. I didn't know that though. And she was.
I guess I'm normally a slower paced kind of person. I normally try to, end the first date with a kiss.
She was probably the fastest person I'd ever slept with. I don't think I've ever met somebody one day, like for the first time we're ever seeing each other on a date and slept with them that night.
Right.
I've had people where I've met, the hell? Getting shot at from somebody in this damn pit. I've had people that I've met before, we've talked for a while. We might have only seen each other a handful of times, but we've talked, plenty of times. And then, I slept with them pretty early. But she was literally like the second time we met, it was all on Bang Fest type of deal,
Gotcha.
But that's because how she was. But I also did not kiss her on the first date. But the first time we kissed was like fully involved, like tongue, and then fully involved penis. So it's like
in her mouth.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I find I very rarely have had a sexual encounter either that did not involve a little bit of penis in mouth first. Like that's part of the foreplay.
Huh.
Not all. I'm not saying 100% of the time, but I would say 80+% of the time.
Wow. My number. I feel like
you got to also remember at this point being married and dating the same person for over 8 years now. We just have our 3-year anniversary of being married is today, but we were dating for like 5 years before that. Most of my sexual encounters in life has been with my wife because of just probability and length of time of being together and things like that.
So I mean, is that more just the type of foreplay she's into? You then?
She's definitely into it, but previous girlfriends as well. I remember my longest relationship before that was a 2-year relationship with somebody who she was, now I'm trying to remember, if she was always in mouth or if she was more of a hand player. And I dated some other girl for a long time who was really into giving head, so she would just give head all the time because she thought it was like.
So I guess for me, the people I've dated
Are prudes.
If there's no, because I like a blowjob, but that is the whole normally the main event, like start and finish.
Okay, so and I will tell you that is extremely enjoyable. I love that, but I also like just even a little bit here and there, and then go into.
I bet I could count on one hand the number of times my dick has gone in someone's mouth and it didn't finish there.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
Are you super quick there, or is it just that?
No, absolutely not. I'm not quick anywhere. I'm kind of a slow goer, to be honest. And that's not like I'm not bragging or anything like that. I'd be like, oh, but that's just how it's always been. But I'm also super quick to get hard. Like it doesn't take me anything to get hard. I'm ready to go. But I guess the people I've dated or whatever, they just, if there's a blowjob, it's the whole thing. It's not part of foreplay. But now I guess I'm a little different in that regard because I'll go down on someone and that's just part of the foreplay. That's not.
And I think that's how I am as well. And I think that's kind of the reciprocation of that in a way.
So I don't know.
But I
guess it
also
just
think
depends
it's.
on
I also
who
think
you're with.
it is because it helps get I'm not women for the most part might be a little bit more difficult to climax, so it helps that piece. It helps them get closer, and then
Yeah,
it makes me feel like I didn't just like oh I'm sorry, I finished and you're
right,
still at the
right,
starting line,
right.
type of deal. So
Well, yeah, I guess I've always have tried to have lots of foreplay just to, because if you have an orgasm, hell, you might have a second one, but I'm only gonna have one.
right, one and done. I can't do the more than that. It just has not been. I've done it before and it was painful. Where is this dark oak?
On the main island, there is no. We're out. I'm over here gathering some right now, actually.
Oh, I was like, you should bring some saplings of that back here because I'm like cruising
Yeah, I
around with
will.
our cows and I see nothing.
Okay, I will. I will return with the dark oak as well. Um, but yeah, I guess everyone's different. But for me, the whole kissing thing, the first kiss is normally no tongue. I feel like that's just a lot of me to give you on the first time.
I'm so curious to see what people in the comments say. And the problem is I need like somebody to talk about age with their comment because yes, I was no tongue when I was in like high school and I'm sure a lot of people who watch these videos are, still younger people. So you're going to have a different perspective on what I'm discussing than if you're somebody who's in their 30s or 40s or whatnot.
For me, second kiss though, then there's tongue. Just the first one, normally not.
So I mean, but when you say second kiss, are you mean like a first one? I reached in for the peck to see if you were willing, and then I was like,
No,
okay,
like, I do the
now
peck
put the
and I
tongue out,
leave
and that's
sort of
kiss
thing.
number 2.
No, normally it's the like peck and I'm gone sort of thing. So like kiss goodnight, goodbye, I hope I see you again sort of thing. And so the next kiss won't happen.
See, I
until
feel
the
like
next
that's
date.
just gonna be if a chick pecks me, gives me a peck on the lips at the end of a date, I'm gonna feel like, well, yep, okay, I understand what she means by that.
No, the
Let's
dates
start
where I'm not
perusing the
interested in the second
forums
date,
for the next.
there is no. I mean, I'm not going to touch my lips to yours at all if I'm not going to see you again. Like there have been dates where I didn't kiss the woman at all, and we never saw. That said, the first I think I went on 2 dates with Renee, and I didn't kiss her at all. And then, but I think she was only the second person I dated since I got divorced, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing to some degree. But I remember her like grabbing me in the car, and I was just like, "Are you ever gonna kiss me?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." Sure.
She was like, "Come on, man,
Right.
Get to the damn base, man."
But she told me, she dated a guy after me, that I went and picked him up that one time and stuff. And she told me about she went on 4 dates with him and he still hadn't kissed her. And she was finally like, "What the fuck, man?" And then they never saw each other again. So
they didn't kiss because he wasn't interested, but he kept going
I guess,
on dates
but they
with
went
her.
on 4 dates. Like, I mean, how you go on 4 dates with somebody you ain't interested in?
Well, was she paying? Maybe
No.
she was paying.
No. So no, I didn't understand that either. But
that is kind of interesting.
But yeah, I guess I think there's just a lot of I think there's a big variety of what people are okay with. I mean, I went on a date with someone within the last year that was 29, I think is what her age was. It was either 29 or she just turned 31. And halfway through dinner, she tells me she's a virgin. And then she didn't look, there wasn't nothing wrong with her. Like, I kept looking at her after that, like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Did you kiss her?
No. That was the one I didn't kiss.
Because I want to know if there was tongue involved in that kiss.
Absolutely not. I bet she ain't never seen a tongue. She probably scared of her own tongue. But I don't know how you get, and I'm sure there's people out there. I think I've had this conversation on Twitch before when some of my community were like, I'm, late 20s and I'm a virgin. And I guess there's nothing wrong with you. Some people are waiting for certain reasons. Some people just haven't found the right person. And I imagine the longer you go, I think we've probably had this conversation before, but I think probably the longer you go, the harder it gets because there's like, I mean, I'd be an anxious ball of a mess at this. If I was,
anxious ball of mess.
I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. I'd be a damn just a mess. Wouldn't you be a mess if you were, your current age, hadn't had sex, you want to have sex?
As a virgin, I don't think I'd be a mess. I think you'd almost think that's par for the course for you at that point.
Well, no, I mean, in terms of trying to have sex at this point.
But who says she was trying to have it? Like that's
Well, no,
the
maybe
thing
she's not, but I'm saying like if it's me, okay, I'm now the virgin at this age. I want to have sex, but the thought of the unknown. Most people our age have probably already had sex, so the chance of finding another virgin your age is very slim. So you're going to be the inexperienced person, and so not only are you worried about like everything that just normal people worry about before they have sex, you also have all the stressors of
do
your
I even know what I'm
performance.
doing? Is it
Right?
going
Do
to
I have any idea
hurt?
what I'm
Am I
doing?
going to bleed?
Well, I mean, yeah, for a woman, but then for a guy, like,
I'm
am I
a fucking
gonna,
guy.
am I gonna, is she gonna be pleasured? Like, just all the normal things that you already worry about, making sure she has a good time as well as you. On top of the fact that you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and
Yeah,
you probably
yes.
watched a lot of porn, so the things you do are probably wrong.
Yeah, I can imagine that actually being stressful once you get in the situation. I just bet somebody at that age isn't necessarily trying that hard anymore because it's just become so par for the course for them that they don't have sex. It's not even like the forefront of their mind. I think having sex is partially what puts it in the forefront of people's minds.
Not me, dude. I was trying so hard to have sex from the time I was like 10 or 11, and like I was trying hard. It wasn't like a little bit of effort. Like it was like constantly the thing on my mind, and like anytime I was in a situation where I thought it could happen, I put all effort into making it
But I think
happen.
that's a difference with going through puberty and coming to age as opposed to being an adult.
Maybe. So you're saying like if I hadn't succeeded, I would have just given up?
I'm not saying necessarily given up, but I don't think you try nearly as hard.
Yeah, that's awful.
I mean,
How
I
sad.
just think that's the way it is.
Well, I'd love to hear comments from people too. So let us know what your opinion is on how quickly do you normally having sex with someone, doing the first kiss is their tongue. If it's not the first kiss, are you completely opposed to tongue? Like all the things we just talked about. But be sure to leave your age as well. Don't dox yourself.
Right, right. And
Don't free
and
to
I
live.
mean, and this is perfectly good Hermitcraft content.
Yeah, if you're from the Humbercraft server, welcome to Minecraft. Sex, 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 dicks, dicks, dicks. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, leave a like, hit the bell, blah blah blah, whatever that bullshit is.
Push us up in that YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, let's show them how it's done with our tongues.
Only leave a like with your tongue. Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye.